What's up, guys? Welcome to the Two-Wheeled Rider Holiday Gift Guide. If you're watching this the day it goes up and you're in the United States, happy Thanksgiving. If you're watching this somewhere else in the world, happy Thursday. So the purpose of today's video is to give you some gift ideas for motorcyclists, whether that is for yourself or one of your riding buddies, or you would like to send this video to one of your friends or family members who's going to be buying for you this holiday season to make sure you get something cool and something you're going to use. Everything I'm showing you today will be linked in the description below. They are affiliate links, so it does help out the channel. Also, every single product I'm going to recommend, I have been using myself, I have bought myself, and most of these products I've been using for quite a long time, and most of them are pretty inexpensive. We only have two that are above the $30 mark. Everything else is below $30, and the two that are above, I think you're gonna find are still pretty good deals. So let's get into it. Up first, something that many of you probably already have, and some of you may have multiple of like I do, that is a bungee net or cargo net, whatever you wanna call it. These things are invaluable and very inexpensive. It's somewhere between $5 to $10 a pop, and they will help you secure just about anything to your bike. I've used them to hook a skid plate onto my bike. I have on the seat just to take home. I've also used them to put a spare helmet if you're going to pick up a passenger, or you could even strap on a case of beer. Next up, another inexpensive gift is the cramp buster at right around $10. This is good for bikes with or without cruise control. It gives you the ability to stretch your hand to keep it from getting a little cramped up along the way. I have actually given these gifts out to friends and family members, and all of them still have them on their bikes to this day, and I still rock one on my bike as well. Another thing I've talked about in my videos before is this travel charger. It is a 4 USB port travel charger. If you're like me and you carry a lot of electronic devices, especially today, you know, a lot of us are running Bluetooth headsets and they charge via USB. Hotel rooms don't usually have a whole lot of plug-ins, so this will give you some more space to plug your electronics in to keep them charged. If you put a lot of miles on your bike like I do, or go out on long rides, at the end of the day, the front of your bike's usually covered in bugs. And that's why I like this kit from Liquid Performance. It gives you a small can of spray that you can probably tuck under the seat, or at least in the saddlebag, maybe in the tank bag, and a nice microfiber cloth to keep both your helmet and your bike clean during your ride. Something I've been using a really long time is what's called a Canyon Dancer. Now, the Canyon Dancer will help you transport your bike in a trailer or in the back of your truck, which I don't do much of, but you know, from time to time you might need to transport it down the road and not actually ride it. The cool thing about the Canyon Dancer is it gives you equal load on both sides when you go to strap it down. These two pieces slide over the handlebars, cinch these tight, and that brings us up to our next item, Ankara tie-down straps. I've had this set for over 20 years. I got another set that I've had over 20 years. These things hold up great. I actually don't like the ratcheting style. I like this, just the pull style. I've never had a bike go down. These things are awesome. Another item I've discussed in previous videos is the helmet lock, which is basically a carabiner clip, but it opens up reverse, and it's got a 4-digit pin you can program in. Now, this is for locking a helmet on your bike, because not every bike has a helmet lock built in. The other great thing about this is if you buy the optional cable that comes along, or that is available for about $10, you can lock on multiple helmets, or you could even stretch this cable through the sleeve of your riding jacket and secure that to your bike as well. Wind noise is a serious problem, and the only way to take care of that is with earplugs. Now, I like these no noise earplugs, one, because they come in this cool little container, and two, because they work really, really well. You just squeeze them, they go inside your ear. They've got a little filter in them that will allow you to still hear your headset, but will filter out the wind noise. They are a little bit on the pricey side at $30, but they will last you a very long time. I've had these for about a riding season and a half, and they're still holding up well. Now, unfortunately, there are parts of the country where you can't ride all season long. And you don't want your battery to go dead over the winter, and you especially don't want your battery to die out on you totally, and that's where the battery tender comes in. It can ensure that your bike's battery stays at full optimal charge during the entire winter, so then when spring rolls around, all you gotta do is start the thing back up and go ride it. Now, there are a bunch of different models. I use a Battery Tender Junior, but the one I've linked below is a little bit different than the one I have here. See, the one I linked below will work with your traditional battery or your newer dry cell batteries. You have a choice going back and forth. So if you're buying one for someone else and you're not sure what type of battery they have, just get that one because it'll work with any type. Don't you just hate when you're in the middle of editing and you realize, oh crap, my camera stopped recording the other night? Oh well, let's move on. One of the last items and the most expensive item is the Stop and Go tubeless tire repair kit. I love this kit. It's got everything you need to fix a tire puncture alongside the road, including my favorite part about it, the air compressor, because you can hardwire this onto your battery or if you have a cigarette adapter, you can plug it in there. It's 60 bucks. Just for the peace of mind, it's worth it, but if you were to actually have a flat tire, definitely gonna save you a bunch of money. And now we're down to our final 2 items of the night, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention the book I wrote, Motorcyclist Guide to Travel. You can get this off Amazon, or you can get it off my website, twowheeledrider.com. If you order it directly from me, I would be more than happy to sign it and include some Two Wheeled Rider stickers. This book was written for folks that want to take a big motorcycle trip and haven't taken one yet, or maybe you've taken a trip and you just want to get some valuable insight and a few tips to make your next trip better. Highly recommend it, but that being said, I am biased. And finally, we're to our last item. If you're wondering what happened to my Santa hat, it's been replaced by my Back in the Garage hat. If you've been a long-time subscriber, you know I love making Back in the Garage videos where I show you guys how to work on your own motorcycle. We now have the official Back in the Garage logo embroidered on one of these trucker-style ball caps with the neon orange mesh in the back. These hats are awesome, and they are very, very limited, so if you want one, be sure to go to twowheeledrider.com to order one very, very soon before supplies run out. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this holiday gift guide video. If you did, please be sure to forward it on to someone that's going to be buying you gifts for the holidays to make sure you get something cool and something you're going to use. Anyway, if you enjoyed tonight's video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you've got any other suggestions or cool gifts or things that you've gotten, let me know in the comments section below. And as always, talk to you again soon.